Hey, hey, hey. Today is a good day. As you can see, the trade went according to plan. The only thing that didn't happen was the second retest. I suppose you could say that, but it just happened before I marked everything out. But that's not the point of today. So, let me zoom this out a little bit. Oop, sorry. So yeah, it went really well. I closed it off. I was hoping it would go up further. It did not. I closed it off after it came back down to this level for the second time. And it is a shame, and it might happen. I don't see it happening anytime soon, so I'm not too sure. I'm not very confident about putting in another long trade. You know, we've had this big bump and just slowly declining. Yeah, it's just not an opportunity has arisen at this point, and I'm not going to force an opportunity to arise. But this trade here is a beautiful 6.66 risk to reward with almost no risk there. It's a shame I didn't close it out at the top, but hey ho, still definitely better than nothing. Now, for today, like I literally just said, I don't think, oops, I don't think, I don't think I see many opportunities, for any trades right now, and I don't want to force one. As you can see, the market has moved in levels. You know, we bounced off this level, got under it, bounced off this level, then bounced back onto this level, and now we've broken into this big fair value gap here. And wow, that is a very big fair value gap, as you can see, even in the 5 minutes. So we'll probably see a lot of effect from that. And the levels that we could move down to. I've started getting some comments. I've had 2 comments now saying, like, you know, where'd you get this information from? And then they make like a cocky joke about it, like, do you just get a feeling? Do you just open along on how you're feeling on the day? Well, they don't say that, but you know, they make jokes about it. And I suppose they definitely don't watch the videos that I'm filming right now, but fair enough. Like, they haven't seen me, and I don't talk about it. I really explain like what I'm actually doing. I just kind of do it and talk to myself whilst I'm doing it. But the way I do it is really quite simple. Like, so, you know, I don't just draw trend lines and say like I don't do this. Okay, but this does seem quite convincing. But like I don't say, okay, look at that long there. Now let's get the pen. One sec. Yeah, so I don't draw like a line that just has a bunch of touch points and then you know, say it's gonna bounce off right there. It could. In fact, I kind of like doing it like that. But then again, it's just It's a tricky one. Basically, everyone has their own way of understanding this information. You know, this information is up for your interpretation. And as long as you can find the right way to do it, it doesn't matter, right? If it works, it works. You know, if you look into the stars and see a connection and you find it starts working, keep doing it, bro. Like, if it works, keep doing it. But don't fool yourself into thinking it works. Don't get a trade right because you've aligned the stars in the sky and then think that works every time. Because it doesn't. This doesn't work every time. Nothing works every time. The only thing that works every time is moving the markets yourself. So yeah, it's a hard one. Anyway, I actually really like that. um, yeah. So as we know, as I like to say, the market moves in stages. So you know we've got this stage. This was a stage. Um, this was a stage. Then it moved to this stage. Then it moved to this stage. See me? Now it's moving down, and it might be in this stage next, or it might move straight under to this stage. You know what I'm saying? And like here, this is just kind of irrelevant information, and this could be the same. This could turn into irrelevant information if nothing much happens. That's generally how I like to look at the market. You see these big areas with a lot of action happening within them. When stuff like that happens, I get excited, you know. A lot happening, and then I can separate them into, you know, it bounces off here, bounces off here, bounces off here, and then look, it bounces off the top of that instead of the bottom of it. It just kind of lines up pretty nicely, pretty darn nicely, and because of that, I I I believe that's where future movement is going to go. Remember to have your 5 a day, kids. So let's have a look at the market. We'll first get rid of some of this junk. Like I said, bit of a tricky one, but we can't expect a reversal. Never. I might make this a rule for the future. Never expect a reversal, which could set you up for failure. Or it could do. It could set me up for the absolute wrong. But I think you have a higher chance of guessing correctly if you just don't expect a reversal. And with that being said, I won't expect a reversal because I think that's just like, I think that's stupid for the most part. You know, reversals happen, and chances are a reversal will happen within this 24 hours. But why try and predict it? It's tricky. So, yeah, I think for now we'll say that the market keeps moving down, and it'll probably try and sweep into, you know, into this area right here. We'll see a little gudrunk, you know, a little wick, that area, and then from there we might shit just predicted a reversal. I don't know. I like that, so I'm gonna break my rule. I'm very hypocritical. Puppy uncle. Probably see it flare out from there. I hope we don't see a reversal from this line, because that would suck. That, like, if it just goes straight up, I'd look like a right idiot then, wouldn't I? Oh, there's news. Oh well. I guess we'll see what happens. I'll put that in the TikTok saying there's news, just to keep people. I kind of like the idea of doing these earlier, getting them earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier, so that I can kind of inform people on the day, on the morning of. Let's say I do this at 8 in the morning each day. People can then watch it and be informed to trade for the rest of the day. That'd be quite cool. But there we go. There is my market prediction.